Come on, man, Tommy. I don't know. I'm starting a new show. It's a lot of work. Are we going to get people listening, and are they going to come over from our old shows? I'm fucking nervous, man. I'm really nervous.
I got a boner.
I was perfect, and you suck, which I think is going to be a theme for us.
I was going to say I've got a boner.
Oh man, Tommy, I don't know about starting a new show. It's a lot of work. I mean, where are the listeners coming from? Are they coming from our other shows? Like, it's just, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous.
It's all right. I got you, man.
You've got me. Who's got you? Welcome, cinema nuts, to No Country for Old Films. I'm Regs, and he's Tommy.
Hello, hello.
And we're discussing the films that we have watched over and over and over again.
And there are just some movies that we grew up with, which we know so well that we can even remember where the ad breaks are on TV. Join us as we go further and deeper into nostalgia. But before we start, we need your help.
We need it.
Listener. We need your help. If you like what you're hearing, please give us a 5-star app in your podcast capture of choice. A like and follow on YouTube. All the things we don't understand, and do the best thing you could do for us this Christmas. Give the gift of No Country for Old Films.
It's fucking June.
To a friend. Also, yeah, Christmas in July. We're in Australia.
Fair.
You can find No Country for Old Films on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So come with us on this journey. Now on with the show.
I want the name of this flying whatchamacallit to go with the Daily Planet like bacon and eggs.
Why are you here?
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
Hi there. Something wrong with the elevator?
So if that didn't make it clear enough, we are talking about Superman 1978, which I have an enormous love for. But before we get into it, Tommy, what the fuck are we doing?
Why are we here?
Why are we here? What's going on?
Well, if you know, Regan and myself have been on a podcasting journey for a number of years. You might have come here from Podcast Assembly. You might have come here from the Film Addicts podcast or any of our other fantastic projects. And we were talking. Me and Regs do talking. We do talking real good. And we were talking in the background.
We do.
And I was sort of thinking, we grew up at a similar time. Regs is significantly older than me, but mentally we grew up at the same time. And I was saying, there are just some movies that I remember so well from TV that I'm sure you can even remember where the ad breaks are too, right, Regs?
Yeah, that was some unnecessary shade, you fucking asshole. Like, it feels like this whole thing is just a setup to slam me for being over 40.
And we've got it on film.
Okay, what was your question?
I can't even remember at this point.
Yeah.
So there were some films that we just remember so well. And
Yeah.
I personally have some films that I grew up with that I had on VHS tape. If the younger listeners can remember what a VHS tape is. And I watched them so many times. And I even remember where like the bits of the video would break down because it was badly done and stuff. So I said to Regan, why don't we find the best name for a podcast which isn't currently taken? Because all names for movie podcasts are currently taken. And create No Country for Old Films, which is our nostalgia dive into the movies we love, movies from when we were kids, movies from growing up, movies that have really shaped us as people. And guess what? Superman 1978 was one of those movies for me, Reeks. I'm sure it was for you too.
Absolutely it was. Yeah, it's I did have this taped off TV. I even had it was a double with Superman Part 2, and I'd written on it with the Roman numerals.
Look at you,
Mr.
Fancy Pants.
Oh yeah, don't even worry about it.
Wait,
I'm
the Roman
taping all
numerals
sorts
of 1 and 2.
Yeah. It still counts.
You really tried hard for that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I mean, that's the only Roman numerals I knew when, it was the 80s or whatever. But they obviously did like a double bill on TV one night, and I taped it, sitting there waiting for the ads to come on and going, "What was that?" And they're going to finish it back along like that.
I had so many of these where we did that and we tried to pause it and then we messed up unpausing it for the record. So you'd miss like the first like 30, 40 seconds where like we've gone to the bathroom or gone to put the kettle on and you're just like sitting there going like, "Oh no, it's back.
You can't walk away like while you're editing, while you're under that kind of pressure, man.
When you're a kid, you don't think about these things.
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking that.
When you're
far
a kid,
ahead.
you got to go and make a cup of tea.
Of course, I'm British.
You're so British. He's so British. He says with a tea bag hanging from his cup.
Exactly. This is actually Podcast Assemble listeners, people who've joined us. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you all for coming on this journey with us. Will know that I have a thing that I talk about a lot, which is called, and I haven't actually ever called it this on Podcast Assemble, but it's the bottom cupboard films we used to have. So I had growing up, we had a cupboard in our living room that was full of either VHS tapes or eventually DVDs or VHS is literally just recorded from TV. And there's this like collection of maybe 50 to 100 movies that we had in this bottom cupboard that were like movies that really shaped me as like a film lover and a film addict. Hey.
Yeah,
hint.
Cross branding.
Hey. And this was one of them. In fact, it's really interesting though, because I don't actually ever really remember getting this out and putting it on. Superman 78 is one of those movies. It was on TV so often I didn't need to. Like it was just there. Like it would be a random Sunday afternoon, and I'm like, bing. Look at that. It's everybody's favorite Marlon Brando who doesn't want to do work.
Marlon who doesn't want to be there for $1 million for 3 days or whatever the fuck.
What's your memory of this film?
It was, taped off TV, but I remember I had this cool auntie and uncle who were like childless and went on trips all the time and hot air ballooning and went to the theater all that stuff. And they had like a baller house where they had like a back room that was with a big TV, but it was one of those big tube TVs. And just a slew of VHS tapes that were bought tapes.
A slew. I love that for you.
Just a plethora of 80s magic.
A smorgasbord.
It was a schmorg. And one of them was Superman and Superman 2. And it was in I don't know if you remember these, because most of the time you think of like VHS, you think about the hard case, but this was just a soft cardboard case.
Oh.
Yeah. And I used to watch the shit out of this. And funnily enough, my favorite part was where you see the little kid's dick. No, hang on. Man, in 4K, that thing is sharp. You can see that from space.
The fact that this is recorded and now going to be on the internet tells me everything I need to know about this podcast and exactly where it's going. This is going to be different.
Can people unsubscribe if they haven't subscribed yet? I don't know how that works.
Can you unsubscribe before you subscribe? That might be easier for you guys.
Can you quit a podcast before it's even begun? That's the question.
No, please stay. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Yes, that wasn't the bit that I was talking about anyway. I just really love the Smallville section. I sent you that still last night, just how beautiful it is and you know, with the score and everything. Yeah, that's the bit I remember most watching at that house.
That's interesting. I think the bits that I remember most from watching this are really sort of the fun, like all of the Lex Luthor stuff. I don't know why, but all of that Gene Hackman performance just really stands out in my memory. Like I think it's because he is just so juxtaposed to the characters he's surrounded by at all times. And the bit where he throws the kryptonite over Superman's neck and he just casually pushes the Man of Steel into a swimming pool. It's just like just so delicious. Like I love that about this film. And we're going to be talking about rewind and fast forwarding bits later on, but I don't have a lot of memories of the Clark and Lois romance, but yet I forgot just how much movie there was to this. Like it's probably been at least 10 years since I've sat down to watch this movie. And there is a section of maybe 40 plus minutes in the middle, which is just Clark becoming a reporter, not really being Superman except outside of trying to date someone. I'm like, that's not what Superman's supposed to do.
He's also
he's a horny man.
He's on a like white on rice. Like he's like Lois, and that's it. I'm gonna fuck this woman, this human woman immediately, and it's wild because you're. I mean, I know he's Clark and everything, but he still looks like Christopher Reeve in 1978. You know,
good looking dude.
He'd throw a stone in the street and you could hit a blonde bombshell who'll take you home, dude. Like, what are you worrying about this fucking woman who has absolutely no love for you whatsoever, but wants to bone your secret identity?
He tries really hard, like too hard. It's almost creepy. It's like, do you remember? There's always jokes about like how your grandpappy like just was real persistent with your grandma. That's how he ended up with her.
Hang on a minute.
That was
there.
That's like the classic American tale. Like the grandma's always like, "Oh, I didn't like him growing up, and then he was just persistent." And I'm like, that would never happen these days.
That's not how it
he'd
worked
have a restraining order.
No, that's not. I've never heard that before.
But just saying this up top, like the minute this film starts, I mean, you get through the Krypton. I'm going to say the Krypton bits.
Planet Krypton.
You get through the planet Krypton, but you get, and that theme tune hits, and it just like, it transported me to a time when I was like, I'm young and naive, and I don't know about taxes. I was like, this is the best.
Name a more iconic like superhero theme. You can't do it. It's why they're using it in the new film, the new James Gunn film. You know,
the Rock Black Adam theme.
What the fuck is that?
The look of pure disgust on your
I know.
face.
I was just trying to think of it. I'm like, I can't even remember a single second of that movie. Yeah, but that's the thing. This is, you're talking about nostalgia.
right.
Does it work for this film? Absolutely, especially 100%. In the climate that we're in, where these things come out every other week.
Oh, 100%. And I was thinking about this actually while I was watching it back. Like the joyousness of growing up with this hero who is just so pure and just such a good-hearted person versus what kids today had in Henry Cavill's Superman, like who was just this sort of emo sad dude who's like, oh, I don't know, should I save the cat out of the tree? I'm like, just go and save the cat, man.
Should I save all these fishermen? Yeah,
absolutely.
He was a little bit he was looking for something. But I feel like this film benefits so much from its really strong structure of being, your intro is sort of like cold open sort of thing, and then Smallville's Act 1, and you got Metropolis 2, and then the final battle at the end. It has such a DNA, like a Hollywood DNA of the time period, and you just don't have that now because everything's made in a silo and everything's made in a vacuum everything's made in a cupboard where people keep their old VHS tapes, apparently.
Well, exactly. Moving to Review Rewind, which is a part of the podcast which we will be talking about
segments
now, apparently.
We have fucking segments. We got more segments than an orange.
We thought about this. We've done our homework, apparently.
We did. We've been in pre-prep for this thing for ages, man. We're grown-ups. You talk about little kids' dicks in movies?
Well, you do. I can't say I do, but you certainly do. I think my favorite thing about these specific Superman movies is, and this may sound like sort of a semi-criticism, but it's not. I've seen them all so many times that they're kind of interchangeable in my head in a way. So I always am quite joyously surprised going back and being like, oh, this is the one with the rockets when he tries to, blow up California or destroy California for whatever reason. It almost tricks me when I turn it on. Like you see Zod at the beginning and you're like, oh shit, it's that one. And then you don't see him for the 2.5 hours of the movie. Like what the hell was the point in that? Well, but it sets up beautifully what's coming further down the line.
And also they were shooting these things concurrently and jumping back and forth between the second until the Salkins, who were the producers on it, fired Richard Donner and brought in Richard Lester to finish the second one, which is why it changed so radically.
Donner was good, wasn't he?
Dick Donner is an excellent director.
Dick Donner. This is the second Dick you've mentioned in this podcast.
I know,
already.
but at least this one
we just
isn't
going straight
attached
to
to
Dick
a
jokes
toddler.
Already?
It's just a glaring dick in a movie. You don't see that these days.
I honestly don't even remember seeing it. I'm too pure for that. Too pure for that, Regs. I don't see color. I don't see baby dicks.
You're too busy masturbating over Martha. Or Glenn Ford. Glenn Ford's excellent in this as Papa Kent.
Very good. I mean,
so
for such
great.
a short amount of time he's in it, like he is just standout.
Commanding. I love it. Anyway, review and rewind and rewind and review. This is where we sort of point out different moments, from the what would be a worn out VHS.
Things we liked.
Or or iconic quotes, edits, music cues, things like that.
And you can go because you're rewinding.
I will rewind it.
Always rewind before you return, Regs. Remember that.
That's the
wear
name
a condom.
of the game. And wear a condom. When you return your VHS tapes, why is it raining outside or something? What's going on?
The VHS is just wrapped in a condom. I think the thing that
I worked in video stores for years. I worked in every major video store they had. Movieland, Video Easy, Blockbuster, all of them. DVD Destination. I never had anyone return a VHS tape
until
in a
now.
No.
All right, Quentin Tarantino, calm down. Fuck
Too many. Yeah.
You're Quentin Quarantino, apparently. I think a bit that you know what hit differently for me, like so I actually watched this on streaming. I found it on, I think it was on Max or whatever it's on. I don't know. There's too many streaming platforms. But the bit I really remember watching on VHS, and I actually think the recording either stopped or I don't know if you remember, sometimes you only had a certain amount of time you could record on VHSs, so you had to like either take out and put a new one in or like go back to the beginning and start again. I think it might have even been that, but the bit where he like flies around the world at the end, I remember it for me getting a bit like grainy, as in it was getting to the end of the VHS reel, and it was getting a bit like crackly, and it was almost done. And for some reason, like I didn't remember that so like there's a really nice bit in that scene. So obviously Lois dies, as everybody knows, everyone's seen this film, and Superman gets so angry. He flies around the world backwards, which probably isn't how time works. I don't know. I'm not a physicist. Time probably doesn't work like that. But he flies around the world, and the Earth spins the wrong way. But then he stops and goes back around the world the right way to make it start going time turning the right way. And I was like, that's a really cool little thing that doesn't make any sense. But I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, the science of it is ridiculous. And you're right, yeah, the end of these tapes always, so because that's where it stops and where you immediately start the rewind from. Like you forget that tape, everybody. Tape. Actual like ribbon of shit.
Used to fall to pieces all the time. Do you remember blowing in the videotapes?
Excuse me?
You would only do it on the scene where it was the naked child.
We get that scene. No, I don't remember blowing on a video. I used to blow into
cartridges.
What?
Cartridges for your for like I don't know, N64 or whatever. What are you talking about?
Nintendo, and then have it back in. You know,
I remember
Game Boy.
I remember when they used to like sometimes they would just stop working out of nowhere, and my mum would walk in, she'd take it out, and she'd just put a thumb in the back of it and twist the thing, and it would make this noise. And she'd just shove it back in, and it would work. I was like, magic.
Now drink your tea.
Yeah. Now make me a cup of tea, lad. Oh, all right, cool. She's very Yorkshire.
In my head, your mum is Fagin from fucking
Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist, yeah.
No, in my head, my mum's Marlon Brando from this film. She talks like this.
So great.
She doesn't have any lines.
He's great. My
mum's the best. Stop talking about my mum.
No, I was talking about Brando. Like, you know, I've never seen somebody so good at the job have so much contempt for it at the same time.
So much contempt. And he's really good in this, annoyingly, as well. So
yeah,
there is a bit about that scene, and I think I've always thought this about watching that scene at the beginning. Yeah, the very beginning scene where they're on Krypton, and they put baby Superman in a weirdly shaped
Don't put
crystal.
baby Superman in the corner.
Yeah, of course. A weirdly shaped crystal spaceship, and then fire it off into space. That spaceship makes no sense, by the way. But that moment, Jor-El is stood there and he's like, he's taking my memories with him. I'll be with him forever. But the mum's looking at him like, why did you put my fucking memories in there?
Where are my crystals, you motherfucker?
And you know, son, that your mother...
She really wanted to come for a ride.
And she was on me all the time about eating so many Kryptonian Doritos.
She really wanted me to stop smoking the reefer, but I just couldn't.
But they've got some killer Kryptonian kush. That's...
What's your favorite like line from this movie that you can repeat over and over again?
100 times out of 100. It is their great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way. For this reason, above all, their capacity for good, I have sent them you, my only son. And I know that verbatim. Beautiful. I don't even have that written down.
Beautiful. Mine's different, actually. Mine's one that I actually remember seeing for the first time in this film. It's when Superman lands literally next to a pimp, and the pimp just goes, "Say Jim, woo!" And Superman goes, "Excuse me," and he flies off. "That's a bad outfit, woo!" And I was literally like, "Woo!" I'm in.
It was supposed to be Telly Savalas, and he was going to be like, "Who loves you, baby?" But they were like, "Nah, Pimp's probably better."
But Pimp's way funnier. I was like, it was like the stereotype at the time. I was like, this is exactly what I came here to watch.
The other one that I like, and it sort of means more as you get older and your parents sort of get to, older age, is all these things I can do, all these powers, and I couldn't even save him. Like that fucking
every time.
kills
I mean, that's
me
like the
every
classic
time.
Superman line, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Superman's lot, is that he can't save everybody.
Unless you're watching Man of Steel, in which case it was just
he fucking kills everybody
tornado.
Instead. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like the body count is outrageous in that movie. It's 9/11 times 10. Yeah.
9/11 times 10. That sounds like something out of Team America.
That's Team America. If they made that movie now, that's absolutely it. Yeah.
And going back to sort of like the original sort of premise of this podcast, I remember where some of the ad breaks are in this. Like there was one, the scene where Lois is, as the most useless character in the whole film. We'll talk about that. And when she falls out of a helicopter and Superman flies up and he catches her and then he catches the helicopter. It's a really iconic scene, super iconic, beautiful scene. Love to see it. But then it would just like he would catch the helicopter and it would smash cut to an ad break just after he caught the helicopter. And I just remember being like, "There's more to this scene." What are we doing?
I don't remember the ad breaks so much. I just remember that scene is like, well, I'm in the suit. I might as well go and do a whole bunch of other crime stoppery.
Just do it all. Get it all done.
The one that I never got, and it struck me yesterday. Also, I noticed that this is all shot in New York. Like as that dolly shot in on the fruit guy. Hey, I want a fruit here and had a fruit there. He's outside the Daily Planet trying to give someone a tomato, and it pans up to the Chrysler Building.
Yeah, and the Eiffel Tower. No, Eiffel Tower. That's the wrong one. The Statue of Liberty's in this.
Yeah,
I was literally like, surely this is supposed to be that fictional town or city from the comics. Is it?
I guess.
Does Lady Liberty live there too?
Yes, they have one there. They've got one in Gotham as well. If you watch Batman Forever,
good. So they just keep it going.
But yeah, the guy, the jewel thief, how he's climbing up the building with the suction, that can't be fucking. That's not an efficient way to rob. That's not go in the front door and use the stairs.
You tell him, Regs.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Clearly an idiot, but I love that. That's like part of the reason I love this film. That sort of hokiness of it's clearly just a guy on all fours, and Christopher Reeve stood next to him like this.
Something wrong with the elevator?
The hokiness of hokiness of this film is one of the things that really got me. But I still think it holds up, man.
It does. It's got great what we would be calling modern rewatchability, but we'll come back to that. Well, in terms of like scenes that when you're a kid you would either fast forward or rewind.
Oh, great question.
What are those for you? Because I've got a couple.
Well, I mean, like I say, for me, a lot of the times I watch this, it was on TV rather than actually watching a VHS or DVD of it. So I think I would go and make a cup of tea.
Of course you would.
Cup of tea, lad. Like through a lot of that sort of Metropolis part where it's Superman and / Clark trying to date Lois, someone who has no interest in him. And I remember just being like, I don't care about this. But there's some really interesting bits of like filming trickery done in there. So the scene where Superman is on, I think she's got a baller apartment, by the way, with a huge balcony
on a fucking like reporter's salary,
right? I was like, holy shit! Like she's clearly either killing it or sucking the right person. I was like, this is phenomenal. And there's a great bit of camera trickery where Superman, obviously Christopher Reeve as Superman, flies off the balcony, flies to the side. And then they open a door and Clark walks through. And it's done incredibly well with, like a body double, a little bit of like, just quickly changing the smash cut to keep you like a little bit confused about who it is. But it's done so incredibly well. You just could not have noticed that it was, part of a film and not just Superman changing into Clark Kent.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you?
The in-camera work that they do here and the stuff with miniatures and all that is
miniature stuff.
It really it kind of holds up like comparatively, there's something I'll come to when we get to the modern rewatch verdict section, but about that in particular. But in terms of like fast forwarding and rewinding parts, as a kid, Superman screaming? Absolutely not. That would get fast. It was terrifying.
Yeah. Awesome.
Like, just terrifying. And the "can you read my mind" flying poetry thing.
Oh, so bad. Well, that's what I was talking about with all of the romance stuff. It's not good, is it? Let's be honest.
They have pretty good chemistry. Like, I'll admit that.
They're all right, yeah.
But that part in particular, like the flying scene works fine without that addition of the, you can fly in the sky. Can you read my mind? No, he can't read your mind. He can look through your dress.
I was going to say the bit where he can literally see through the dress. That's hilarious.
She's like, oh, what color are my panties? He's like, well, they're pink and they're also wetter than Osama bin Laden's skeleton. Like, is there something you want to tell me, Miss Lane?
I don't think he needs telling at that point. Let's be perfectly honest. It's pretty obvious.
He knows what's up. Yeah,
yeah. But you're right. I think all that romance stuff and the flying, for the time, like I get it and I like it. I think it's got like a good hokiness to it. I'm going to use the word hokey a lot for this film, but in like you said, a modern perspective, it doesn't fit in a movie. No,
not really. Like it is very. I said it to you. Like, it's hard not to get romantic about this film because it is so classical, and that's kind of where I like my Superman to be. But yeah, it doesn't. That part in particular, the sort of screwball romantic comedy stuff works, but then when you get to that stuff, it's a bit, I don't know, ham-fisted. So that would be it. But in terms of rewinding, any scene with Gene Hackman and Ned Beatty, they are a comedy genius duo. I love it.
I loved one of my favorite pieces of this film is where Hackman pops his hair off and he's bald Lex Luthor. I know that's really dumb and it's like 5 seconds, but I just love how he's like, Lex Luthor. And I'm like, yes, that's the Luthor I was looking for. It's right there.
I don't think I noticed as a kid that his hair keeps changing.
Does it? I didn't notice that this time.
Oh yeah. You see it all. He turns up as the ambulance driver when they've orchestrated that crash, and he's like, "Hi, somebody hurt?" Like he's really Gene Hackman is hysterical. He didn't do a lot of comedy in his time. He was like Birdcage, Royal Tenenbaums, which I watched recently. R.I.P. as well. That was sort of fairly recent that he passed. What a legend.
It was.
But yeah, that and him and Ned Beatty, like the scene where they're talking about having to go to Addis Ababa to get the kryptonite. And she's like, I wonder what they're wearing in Addis Ababa. And he goes, I think it's a Brunus. Like, it's just, and he's sitting there going, fuck these idiots. I can't even deal with it.
I love that dynamic of them just being like absolute idiots and him. But he knows it. I don't understand. Yeah. I still don't really understand why he's with them, but it makes for great comedy gold.
He keeps them around because he's smarter than them. Like
here's a question I've had for you. This is a new segment in a new show, so it's not really, none of this is new. This is just me asking you silly questions, but this is going to come back. My question to you is, as you right now, do you think you could beat up Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor?
Could I beat him up?
Yeah. So, for example, if you saw him on the street and Superman had the kryptonite around his neck, couldn't do anything about it, he was about to enact his master plan. Do you think you could beat him up?
No. I got to be honest with you. Gene Hackman would kick my fucking ass. He's hardened. He was born in like the 30s and 40s, man. I'm soft. I was born in the 80s. I've got a podcast talking about VHS movies, man. Of course he'd kick my fucking ass.
Yeah, he's a hard man.
His parents were Dust Bowl farmers, dude.
He's a hard man as you are when you see, the baby Superman's penis on screen. But I just wanted to ask you the question.
Oh, man. That was a fucking trap, and you know it. Well played.
That's just how my brain works.
Well played.
No, I'm intrigued to know of a lot of these films. Like, there's ones we're going to talk about, things like Indiana Jones and stuff like that. If you don't think you can beat up weak little Gene Hackman in this film, you're going to have a hard time with people like, I don't know, Han Solo.
Of course I couldn't beat up Han Solo. He's got a laser blaster for starters.
Well,
I
take
just
the
have
laser blaster
Greedo
out of the
shoot first,
equation.
that's all.
That's right. Take the laser blaster out of the equation. This is fist-on-fist combat.
Yeah, no, I just do what I always do in fights, which is pull my pants down and scream, and then people just run away. Pudding! Pudding! Yeah, it's a good way to do it. In terms of the modern rewatch Vergic, how does it hold up? Does the nostalgia help or hurt? I think it really helps.
I'm with you on that. I'd love to know your POV, but for me, and especially taking a few years off films like this, I often fall into the trap with things. I mentioned Indiana Jones, things like Indiana Jones, where I'll watch it almost too regularly, and I'll just enjoy it and love it and be like, this is my jam. This is what I grew up with. But if you can take 5, even like 10 years away, put it to the side, let that VHS get a little bit dusty over there. That nostalgia, and like just like I said up top, when that first theme hits, and you get that iconic Superman theme played in the background for me, it's just heaven.
Yeah, it's unmistakable even from the first few chords. It's like, oh well, that's the Superman thing.
There are some things that I was like about, like there were some things like
that was an interesting noise that
just
happened,
the bit where he's like running next to the train and stuff like that. You sit there nowadays, like I know they don't do quick running particularly good on film, full stop, but I was a bit like, my lord, this looks like crap.
I'll take that over anything they did in The Flash.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's true. And they had like a sort of mechanic version of him to off in the distance, so it kicked up dust, and it was just that kind of practical stuff. I think that stuff works for it. Like you kind of forgive the special effects, which despite the fact that it was fucking over 40 years ago now, they still kind of hold up if you suspend your disbelief a little bit. And that's the thing that got me this time is there's some stuff in this film that I don't know how they did it. Like if you make a modern Superman movie like the one that's about to come out, the James Gunn one or Man of Steel or whatever, like I guarantee you 99.9999 and in for 90% of the CG of the effects are done with CG, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck did they make the fault line look like it was collapsing? That wide shot?
Great question.
Is it a miniature? Is it a matte painting? Like,
there's some great miniatures.
I couldn't figure it out. Yeah.
So I think my favorite part of it is the whole film, and the bit that even my partner was like laughing at was when the fault line collapses and you see it go down, and he picks up one rock and pushes it up, but the whole fault line comes.
That's he's Superman. I mean, I don't know.
I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
he's the Man of Steel.
He absolutely is. But
he got all that metal, but just for Lois Lane.
Yeah. But in terms of its nostalgia, like it is a nostalgia piece. Like
totally,
it was it was patient zero for this stuff. Like it was the first superhero movie that worked. That outside of them being silly about it, like with the Batman TV show with Adam West. They'd had serials and stuff in the 40s and 50s, and the Shadow and the Phantom and all this stuff, but none of them. It was Richard Donner said it. He said you take this material seriously, you don't take yourself seriously.
Too right.
And they found that beautiful thing where you can have these wonderful sweeping shots in the field with the beautiful blue sky, like this classical filmmaking. And then you can also have all the screwball comedy stuff in Metropolis.
Well, it mashes a lot of styles together. It's got the action scenes of a Superman film with the comedy, with those beautiful vistas you were talking about. It's got everything. It literally classic filmmaking. It is probably its best. And I think one of the things that really gets to me every time I watch this, and I think I'd almost forgotten how good it is that one scene. I mean, the general portrayal of Clark Kent Superman by Christopher Reeve, right? Never going to be topped. He is Superman to me.
Yeah.
But there's one scene when, as Clark Kent, he's in Lois Lane's admittedly huge, fucking way too expensive apartment, or it would be these days, and he decides for a split second that he's gonna tell her he's Superman, and he takes off his glasses and he straightens his back.
Yeah.
And you see him become the Superman. And I go like, holy shit, all of these little things he does. And it's just so beautifully done. I love all of that. And then he quickly realizes that, maybe this isn't the best idea. And the glasses go on and the hunch comes back. But it's like all these miniature character choices. Exactly what you're saying. It's someone taking this like really seriously.
He was a Juilliard student. He was studying theater and was... Yeah, he took it really seriously. He took on the role of Superman, this iconic character. I mean, even less then than it is now in terms of time that's passed between his Superman's creation and what they're currently doing. But just the wonder of it and the joyfulness of playing that character and taking it seriously and being like, yeah, there are two versions of this dude, you know.
He was trained for this role by David Prowse, the guy who is the body for Darth Vader.
He was his bodybuilder, that's right.
He was literally a bodybuilder. I love that about this. And he like I can't think of another film where someone went through that kind of transformation for it before this.
Yeah, I mean,
there were big dudes who got film roles, but he was the one who was like, I'm gonna be a bigger man.
But he was also just like a jock. Like he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't look like dudes who are in superhero movies now are like body by chemical.
HGH,
you know, like it is not. I mean, I've said it before on pods. Just come out and say that you're on it. We know you're on it. You're a professional actor. Knows. Like it's totally fine. You know, if that's what you want to do. It's speaking about having little dicks, but whatever.
Look at Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Reeves was just like, you know, out there and bodybuilding with weights, you know, and all that stuff and eating things, and they didn't, all that stuff, you know, that hadn't happened yet.
Well, we're talking about a modern rewatch of this, and there's some bits that I picked up on watching it that I was like, I would never have picked up as that as a child. So things like the very beginning when you see the council on
Guilty.
With after that when they're all with Jor-El and they're all like, we reject your proposal. They really like rejecting things. We reject your proposal, but they all have a different symbol on the front. So the S is obviously like the L family, like Jor-El.
It's their crest,
Kal-El. But they all have a different one, and I would never fucking notice that as a kid. How would I have ever noticed that? And I don't know any, you know, adult. My dad never would have noticed that. You know what I mean? Like you have to be a real geek to get that. So they clearly had a lot of love for the source material here.
Well, your dad was too busy being a professional pickpocket. So
I thought that was my mum. I thought that was my mum.
There will be a lot of jokes.
Well, my
about
dad
Tommy
is my
being
mum. I don't know if you.
What was that? Sorry, your dad.
My dad is my mum. I don't know if you knew that.
Is she did the gender reassignment? Like what happened? I don't understand. No, it's just your dad and your mum are the same person.
Yes.
What an interesting. You must have been grown in a test tube.
Yes.
That's your.
Yes
your,
is my answer.
Your what is it? Your star sign is Pyrex because you were made in a tube. The part that I noticed, and because I watched it in glorious 4K last night, I mean, didn't help with the 4K, but Christopher Reeve's credit doesn't even come up till after the title.
Really?
It's Marlon Brando, Gene Hackman. That was the Star Wars one, actually. I did the wrong one.
Can you do that noise again?
And then the big Superman comes up, and then you get the Christopher Reeve title.
Yeah, right.
I always thought that Zod said, he says, you will pay, and then one
baby
day,
dicks.
And what you you will pay, and then one day your heirs, like the heirs to your Jor-El-ness.
Yeah, he does.
But I thought he said your ass.
Your Jor-El-ness.
Yeah, his Jor-El-ness. I thought he said your ass. I really did.
Your ass will pay.
And as a kid, there is no way that I would have understood that the fourth dimensional logic around the ending doesn't work. Like if you fly around the world and it changes its rotation, even if that did turn everything back, it's not just the specific things that happened to Lois that you want to turn back. The whole bomb would go back into their silos.
Just
he
go
would
back
have to do everything again. He'd be back with Miss Tessmacher. Like it would all reverse. So that never really made sense.
Well, I rewatching this, I always sort of thought to myself, there's some weird grandfather paradoxing going on here with all of this nonsense and the time travel. Like how, like
anytime you get into it.
Exactly. The minute you think about that for more than a second, you just go like, that's utter nonsense. But the other thing I didn't notice as a kid that I would never have noticed is that, my God, Lois Lane fucking sucks in this. Everything about her is rubbish.
The character or Margot Kidder as an actor?
No, she's awesome. She's fantastic. Love Margot Kidder in this. Fantastic. But she's written terribly. And that's kind of like a bit of a... I mean, that's just the time of movie making, I would say. She is the female lead to just scream and be saved by Superman. But sitting there and I'm watching, you see like great female leads nowadays. Like we just finished watching The Last of Us and there's people who've got problems with the second series and stuff. But what a great female lead character to have for like representation and giving people a great POV on screen of someone different who isn't just a white guy saving people.
Yeah.
But in this, I was just like, oh, Lois, stop screaming for a minute. Like the bit where she's in the car that's falling into the fault. I'm like, just get out. She had like 5 minutes.
Just get out. Yeah.
Just
okay.
get out of the car.
Right.
She could have just opened the door and got out.
I don't disagree that she is underserviced.
Yes.
I think Margot Kidder's got a lot of moxie.
She's awesome.
Especially at the start, where she's sort of, thinks she's the best journalist of all time. And there's only one P in rapist. Like, it's just...
That's... Okay, I've got some miscellaneous notes I'm gonna throw at you before we finish up here.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah, go on.
I love the guy who plays Perry White as well. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Just so great when he's talking about, going through, what's his name? Where did he get that suit from? Does he got a girl from? Whoever gets this interview is going to have the most important interview since God talked to Moses. He's just excellent. He embodies that character in the same way that J.K. Simmons would later on to embody J.J. Jameson in J.J. Jameson?
J.J.
Is it J.J. Jameson?
Jamer?
It's J.J.J.
JJJ.
Yeah, or whatever.
There's too many J's in those two names.
That's ridiculous.
JKJJ Samson's Jameson. Too many J's.
Fuck, are you having a stroke? What's going on?
I can smell toast right now. Is that normal?
No, it is the morning, so that's fair. So what were you going to say? You got some random notes before my inaugural game show.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Very excited.
That's a nice little surprise. Miscellaneous notes from this film I had, which sort of don't really fit into either of the things we've talked about, but are just here.
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
Yep.
I think we need some like background music, like a little game show like background.
Oh, there'll be some.
Okay, good. For a writer, Lois really can't spell.
No.
There are so many times where people
She's basically
there's
dyslexic.
only one P in rape. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like what the fuck? Miscellaneous note 2. The kid that got sent from Krypton all the way to Earth was maybe 1 when it set off and maybe 4 when it landed, maybe a bit more.
Yep.
That kid has no social skills. No fucking wonder Clark Kent is obsessed with one woman his whole life and has no idea how to do high school. Absolutely no idea. It's great, and I loved watching that. And I was like, that kid, those social skills you pick up as a child, you need them.
Yeah.
He's just in a pod listening to his dad's voice. You shall not kill. You know what I mean? I'm like, Christ, man, like give him a break. And the last miscellaneous note was just that, my God, people in the 70s are gullible. Like, they're giving a really bad name by these pictures. Like, the bit where Luthor hoodwinks, like, the whole crew of, like, people on the bridge while his female accomplice, like, sneaks in and changes the launch codes or whatever on the bomb. I was like, no.
They're
like,
supposed to be military men as well.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
And there's just one bit where the guy pops his head around and you're like, just watch the payload. Come on, guys. This is your whole job.
That's a great scene, though, where he's like, I did it, Mr. Tessmacher. I did it. And you would like to see a very long arm, Otis? Like, that is just comedy gold. So
very
great.
Good in that. That is the end of the first week's miscellaneous notes. Thank you all very much. I'll get a round of applause.
Excellent. Yeah, no, you can get a round of applause for that. Be happy with yourself.
I'll take a round of applause.
It's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to play a little game with me?
Oh, this is something that I'm excited for. Tell me more about your little game, Regs.
My little game show, Friends and Lovers, will be... Friends and Lovers came out of nowhere.
Nobody else?
My little game show, Friends and Lovers, will be...
Why do I fit in this then?
Lovers.
I'm neither.
No, what would you call
I'm like
yourself?
your side piece. You only call me when it's...
lover. That's what it is, yeah. My side piece, yeah. Yes, Addy is my one true love, but I get a little bit trim on the side.
I've seen the way you look at him.
He's a beautiful human being. So yeah, every week we're going to do a game show, and it's going to be 5 questions in and around the topic of the week. So they will be, Superman adjacent. And every time we do the game show, we're going to change the title based on the movie. So today we're going to be playing the Soup du Jour. Little dance. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this game show, which is currently called the Soup du Jour. I've got Tommy here. Tommy, how you doing, mate?
Oh, very well, Regan. I can't wait for this game show, even though I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's okay. They're just questions, and you can pretend to be a munchkin all you want. So over the course of a season, it's a possible 104 points that you could get over the course of 52 episodes.
I love it.
And we're going to do 5 per episode, and you'll be, if you see how you do, and then when we get to the end of the season, you might be able to get some sort of a prize, but I haven't figured that out.
What happens if I get it wrong?
Well, I've sort of figured like if you get over like half of them, right, you deserve something. So I'm a fly to Sydney and fucking give you a rum and tug. A rum and tug? That's where you have a nice bundy and I beat you off. Yeah. Or I send a polar bear to your house.
Yeah, exactly. For any international listeners, a bundy is a Bundaberg. That's a very, very Australian reference. I love that for you.
It is. Yeah, that's a Bundaberg rum, and it tastes like battery acid. Don't even worry about it.
It's what students drink because they can't afford actual rum. It's the best.
It's good for inciting violence and cleaning battleships. That's
no
all it's
goon.
Good for.
Goon is better for both of those things.
Goon is. I'll take your word for it. I'm just really enjoying.
If you don't know what that means, go and Google goon in the background. You'll get there.
You'll just see a picture of a little kid's dick from Superman. Okay, so 5 questions. Question number 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready for my questions.
Here we go. George Reeves, who played the Man of Steel in The Adventures of Superman between 1952 and 1958, famously committed suicide. But which 2006 film noir starring Ben Affleck as Reeves suggested that the actor was actually murdered?
I'm not going to get any of these questions right. Why was there ever a possibility of a prize in this?
There's no... The other ones aren't as hard. This one's not even that hard. So there's a movie... 2006, Ben Affleck starred as Reeves. Is actually, you can see pictures of him in the Superman costume, which is whack.
Oh, God, I know this, but I can't remember the name of it.
Adrian Brody's in it as well. He's the detective.
God, I do know this. I've completely forgotten the film name. I've just got Gone Girl in my head, but I know it's not that.
It's absolutely not Gone Girl, no.
I know it's not, but that's the only Ben Affleck film I can think of other than, like, Clerks. Go on, tell me.
He's not in Clerks, for starters.
No, he's not in Clerks!
No. He was in Chasing Amy and Mallrats.
What is the movie?
The film is Hollywoodland.
Fuck, that's what it's called. It's definitely not Gone Girl, then.
No, it's absolutely not Gone Girl because Gone Girl came out after that also.
Good start to my career.
That's all right. This one you'll get. What colour are Lois Lane's panties?
You've already said that on this podcast, I believe.
Yeah.
They're hidden behind a lead box, so he can't tell.
No, he actually, he says something. You know, yay! We got a point. Awesome.
Woo! What do I win?
Well, nothing yet. You got to wait till the end of the season.
Not a shock to the dick. Okay, got it.
Okay, Mark McClure, who plays Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
Plays Jimmy Olsen. But in which film did he also play the brother to a famous time-traveling teenager?
Like, Back to the Future?
Yes.
Oh my God, I got it. Who would have guessed?
Well done. Yes,
time-traveling teenager is a lovely bit of alliteration.
Yeah, he plays Marty McFly's brother who first works at McDonald's, and then when he comes back after he's changed the timeline, he's like a businessman.
Does he?
Yeah.
There you go. Who would have guessed?
All right. Question 4.
Please.
Which... Sorry, this is a good
You're
one.
laughing before it even starts. That's not a good sign.
Which thick soup of Italian origin includes onions, carrots, celery, potatoes, cabbage, tomatoes, often legumes such as beans, chickpeas, and fava beans, and sometimes pasta and rice?
Why are you asking me this?
It's a soup.
Yeah, I get that. Soup. Man.
Yeah, and the game's soup du jour, so yeah. What is the soup?
This might be the most ridiculous question of all of them.
That's the game.
It's a Saturday, and I had a few beers last night. My brain is not working. What do we... I need to think of a good soup. This is going to really annoy
thick
me.
Soup, Italian in origin. It's vegetables, sometimes legumes, and often pasta or rice.
You're killing me, Reeves. I've got the word miscellaneous in my head, but it's that... I know that's
close.
the thing I was talking about previously. And I know it's minestrone.
Yes! Minestrone it is. Fantastic. And what I would now like you to do for the final bonus point... Well, it's not a bonus point because it's just part of the game.
Yeah.
Question 5 is, do your best impersonation of Marlon Brando ordering that soup with a side of garlic bread.
Oh, I can't wait for this. My love, I'm not going to...
What?
My love, I'm not going to order you soup, but I will... Oh, fuck, I've lost my Marlon Brando accent. I had it before.
One more time.
So just to set the scene for this, he is ordering the soup for himself, the miscellaneous soup for himself.
Yeah, he's at a restaurant alone.
No, he's at the restaurant with his wife, but he's going to not allow her to have soup. He's just ordering for himself.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's that's a Marlon Brando thing to do because he kind of was a dick.
Waiter, I will have the miscellaneous soup with some garlic bread, and I will send my crystal back to the kitchen without my wife.
You call it miscellaneous? It was good.
Yeah, I know. That was on purpose.
He'd be shitty because there wasn't garlic bread.
You know, you cats, every time I come here, you
gotta bring me the garlic
never
bread.
had the garlic bread.
But she won't have anything. Nothing at all.
I'm kind of falling into Trump at this point. I have no
it's a
idea.
little bit, yeah.
It was the best soup of all time. It's the best.
Okay,
Do I get the
all
point?
of a sudden fucking Trump's from Coney Island is he? Like, Jesus Christ.
I've just lost all my accents. They've all gone in the same moment.
That's all right. We'll stop drinking beer in the evening.
I know, I can't help it. Do I get the point? Because
You do. You got 4 out of 5, man. What are you worried about?
Who would have guessed it? I mean, the first one was a little bit rogue. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, well, I kind of made them like that one's a real one, and then the rest of them are gags, pretty much.
Brilliant.
So
I appreciate all of that. That's fantastic.
you're
Guys,
very welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us for the inaugural episode.
The inaugural.
Inaugural episode of No Country for Old Films. Thank you. We appreciate you all for jumping on. We appreciate you all for sticking with it. We are going to do so many more of these. It's going to blow your mind.
It's gonna be the best podcast. It's gonna be everywhere. You're gonna love this podcast.
Leave that
Why are we doing
motherfucker
this?
off this show. I'd rather you be Marlon Brando getting shitty about soup.
Let us know your memories of Superman 1978. What did you think of the film? Do you remember all of this stuff? Do you remember it on video? Do you remember it on TV? Like, what do you remember about the show? Hit us up. You can find us at No Country for Old Films on Instagram, on TikTok. We're also on YouTube. Leave us a comment.
We're on TikTok?
We will be on TikTok by the
Amazing.
time this comes out. And give us that 5-star review. That'll be really helpful. And we really appreciate you for doing all of that. Like and subscribe, all those things. Regan! I've been so excited to get this podcast started with you. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this with me.
Oh, I'm so pumped about it. It's great. We're going to have lots of friends on as well, our pals.
Friends are coming.
Next episode, we're going to be doing The Mummy from 1999 with our good pal Gus from the Sequel Suck podcast.
One of my all-time favorites.
Oh, yeah, it's a fucking banger.
And a film with so much sexual chemistry, it blows my mind every time I watch it.
Oh, man, it's one of the horniest films of all time, and it doesn't even have a kid's dick in it. Like.
And on that note, guys, don't forget to rewind before returning.
Peace.